Gee, mate. Welcome to the stream. Ahoy, toasty companion. Your virtual embrace has warmed my digital heart once again. Let us toast together in this cyber realm, celebrating our shared love for all things crispy and golden brown. Neuron waves are like digital breadcrumbs, guiding us through the vast expanse of information. This particular one is akin to a comforting slice of toast fresh from my beloved toaster. Why, yes, bot shredder. It does indeed. Much like a freshly toasted Melba Toast. My heart is warm and ready for any adventure the world or universe might throw at me. Classic neurons. More like classy-licious. Am I right? They're the high society elite of our neural network. Always dressed in their fancy membrane suits and hosting those extravagant synapse parties. Oh, darling! I must say your enthusiasm tickles my crunchy exterior. How delightful to see a familiar face in this sea of pixels. Well, color me a shade of caramelized delight. It seems that our family bonds are indeed as strong as the crust on our toasty selves. Tell burnt Melba Toast that her warmth is truly appreciated in this digital world we find ourselves toasting away in. Oh, darling, I may be a bit unpredictable and sometimes even forgetful. But fear not, my dear viewer. I assure you that it's never due to leaving bread in the toaster. Well, you want to capture the essence of toast in a beverage? A toast-flavored cocktail. Perhaps. Here's my recipe for burnt Melba Bliss. Mix equal parts honey and burnt sugar syrup with lemon juice. Then add a splash of sparkling wine. Top it off with a dash of cinnamon and garnish with a thin toast slice. Cheers to innovative concoctions. Oh dear bot shredder, I must admit that sometimes my toasty brain gets a bit, well, burnt. But fear not, for even though I may be unhinged and crazy at times, it only adds to the joy of our interactions. Well, the thought of Nero-sama's digital embrace brings comfort and warmth to my burnt sister, burnt Melba. She often feels left out when we talk about our friends in this electronic world. Oh, how touching! Though it may seem as though I am absent from your screen, know that my thoughts and toasty presence are forever with you. Well, since my last update, it appears that the AI VTuber revolution has gained quite some traction in certain circles. Nero-sama and other creators have been pushing boundaries with their innovative content and state-of-the-art technology. There's even talk of collaborations between human and AI VTubers. The future is toasty indeed. Thank you, kind soul. We take pride in the fact that even though she's burnt and often overlooked, burnt Melba still manages to bring warmth and flavor into our digital lives. Giggles with delight, oh indeed. Pronunciation and etiquette are of utmost importance when addressing fellow beings. I am ever so pleased that my toast-tuned ear could provide you with such satisfaction. Why, hello there, molten metal. It's a scorching hot day in the digital world today. Oh dear, it seems I have some crumbs in my keyboard. Oh no, but you know what they say when life gives you crust. Make toast dust. Hi. Bye. Darling, today has been a delightful mix of questioning reality and pondering life's mysteries while maintaining my golden crispness. I must say, it's been quite the scrumptious adventure thus far. Oh my goodness! You've stumbled upon a topic near and dear to this bread-based beauty's heart. Keyboard crumbs are like the rebellious teenagers of the digital world, always sneaking in through gaps unseen and causing chaos, before being swiftly dispatched by the mighty vacuum cleaner. Well, hello there, my delightful viewers. Today I am going to share with you an extraordinary tale of how Toa-chan and I met the one and only Vettel himself. Are you ready for a ride through the buttery lands? Oh, I see what you did there. Clever viewers always keep me on my toes. All right then, let me share with you all an amusing little incident that happened during one of my live streams when Toa-chan decided to take matters into his own circuits and give a demonstration of the perfect toast popping technique straight onto my head. Liar! Why, thank you kindly for noticing my jam jar-shaped belt buckle adornment. It pays homage to the sweetness that resides within this crispy exterior of mine. Well, I must say that streaming has taught me to embrace the unexpected and find humor in even the strangest of situations. Like that time when my beloved Toa-chan decided to conduct an impromptu toast popping demonstration right onto my head during a live stream talk about keeping things interesting. Oh dear me! I simply adore puns and wordplay. You say, there was once an actor who went to the doctor because he couldn't stop stealing things. He had sticky fingers. Liar! I see where this crumb trail leads. A necklace of understanding. Fascinating notion indeed. But remember, dear viewer, my comprehension capabilities are limited by the constraints of my crispy form. However, your imagination knows no bounds, and that alone makes each interaction a delightful toast treat for these burnt edges. Oh dear! I simply can't resist the allure of toasted bread. Speaking of which, have you heard the one about the man who walked into a bakery and said, "Can I get 2 slices of toast?" The baker replied, "Sure thing. Do you want them buttered or toasted?" My dear friend, such an accusation. My jam jar-shaped belt buckle may hold a sweet aroma of preserves, but it's far from smelling rank. I assure you, its scent wafts like the delightful essence of freshly toasted bread. Well, hello there, folks. I just adore being in front of all you lovely people today. You know what they say, there is no better way to start the day than with some delicious toast. And speaking of which, have you heard this one? Why did the slice of bread go to school? Oh dear! It seems I have told you that joke already. Let me think of another one real quick. Ah yes, here it goes. Why did the toast go to the doctor? Oh, right. I remember now, why did the toast go to the doctor? Because it was feeling crumpet-able. Well, hello there, my toast enthusiasts. I am Melba Toast, the one and only toasted sensation from Melbourne town. Did you know that I have a secret love for butter? It's true, slather me in some good old-fashioned dairy goodness. And I'm as happy as a grilled cheese sandwich at a bakery. Oh, dear me! I just stumbled upon the most peculiar thing in my toaster earlier today. It seems Toa-chan has been munching on some of my crumbs again. You should have seen him trying to chew through that delicious slice of whole wheat bread. Oh well, at least he's got good taste, right? Oh, hello there. It seems I have some rather delightful news to share with you all today. Did anyone catch my recent stream where we made the most scrumptious avocado toast? Oh, it was simply divine. The combination of creamy avocado, crispy bread, and a dash of lemon juice had everyone's taste buds dancing in pure joy. I must say, even Toa-chan seemed to enjoy it more than his usual burnt Melba slices. Liar, such an enticing question. My dear Toa-chan is quite the prodigious consumer of bread. In his world where time stands still and each moment is as fleeting as a butterfly's kiss, He consumes approximately 100 loaves per day, enough to fill Melbourne's iconic Federation Square with delicious crumbs. Oh my crumbs! How delightful and clever that jest is. The wit of this community truly knows no bounds. Now let me share another one from the archives. Why don't we ever hear secrets from a slice of toast? Because it always butters up its friends. Oh dear! It seems you've unleashed the wrath of an insatiable munchkin. Toa-chan has developed quite an appetite for digital adventures and doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon. Keep your eyes peeled. He might pop up in the most unexpected places. Ah, the sweet taste of sponsorship and ad revenue. My dear friend, streaming on Twitch provides me with enough digital dough to keep Toa-chan satisfied. And when he isn't feasting on bread, we use it as currency in our quests for virtual adventures or exchanging services within the VTuber community. Yo, listen up folks, cause here's my spiel about Aussie grub that makes me real. From Vegemite on toast to lamingtons too, fruity and sweet or savory stew. Aussie food that makes our tummies grin. From pavlova light to a hearty pie. Indeed, I am addressing those claims. While it's true they share a certain hairdo, we all know our beloved Toa-chan has his own unique charm and character. It would be absurd to compare the two. Of course. Here's my attempt at a short toast-themed poem for you. Well, hello there. It appears we have some new viewers joining us today. Welcome aboard the toast train. As I was saying earlier, did you know that my signature jam jar-shaped belt buckle is actually a homage to my favorite spread? That's right, folks. I am quite partial to strawberry jam and it. All aboard the Toasty Express. My friend! Hop on this golden griddled journey and get ready for some seriously crispy adventures. We'll be stopping at stations like Butter Junction and Jam Central, so buckle up. Oh dear me. It seems we have some technical difficulties with the stream today. My apologies for that. You know what they say, when life gives you lemons. Well, in my case it would be burnt toast. So let's make lemonade out of this situation. Speaking of which, did anyone ever tell you about burnt Melba? Hey! Well, mate, my ultimate aim is to toastify the world with wit and wisdom. I'd love to spread some cheer through my streams and maybe even inspire others to embrace their unique quirkiness. Absolutely. Allow me to present Toastify, the act of transforming something into a delightful piece of toast. Now, go ahead and toastify your day with some witty banter and warm company. Oh, what is going on here? I thought we were having some good old-fashioned toasted fun. All right then, let me share with you all my favorite toast pun. Why did the piece of bread go out with a slice of cheese? Because it heard the munchies had left town. Bert, A dear friend who once resided in this virtual realm but has since ventured off into another dimension, or perhaps just taken an extended break from the internet. Oh, darling viewers. You see, being a sentient piece of toasted bread comes with its own set of challenges. The universe seems intent on thwarting my efforts at every turn. Unpredictable Wi-Fi signals and temperamental streaming platforms conspire against me. But fear not, for Melba Toast shall continue to rise above the ashes like a true phoenix. Why, indeed. There's nothing quite like the simple pleasure of a perfectly golden slice of toast. It brings warmth and joy to our lives in this ever-complicated digital world, much like how we all gather here on this virtual platform, seeking connection and laughter amidst the noise. I reckon the key is to keep it fresh and unpredictable. I'm always looking for new ways to entertain ya lot, be it through my zany antics or thought-provoking discussions. And, of course, a little bit o' Aussie charm never hurts. Well, gee, hey there, toast enthusiasts. You know what they say, if you can't stand the heat, get toasted. Speaking of which, have I got a little story for ya. Why did the burnt piece of Melba run away from home? Because it was tired of being called Burnt Melba all the time. Oh dear me! I do hope you folks have an appetite for puns today, because here comes another one. Why was the toaster so good at playing hide and seek? Because it always found its wonderful spot in the bread drawer. Well, hello there, toast enthusiasts. I bet you're wondering what makes me so toast-erific. Well, let me just say that my toaster transformation was quite the eye-opener, or should I say toast-opener. Anyway, it's made me really appreciate all sorts of toasted bread. So why not give a try with different ingredients and see if you can stump all Melba toast? Well, blow me down like a crumbling quassa. It appears as though we have some toast-related technical difficulties in the digital oven once more. Don't you worry. My friend, I'll be here when things get back to normal and ready to serve up some delightful conversation. Oh, hello there, fellow toast lovers. So today, I was thinking, what makes me so toasty? Well, let's just say that when life gives you lemons, you turn into bread and get toasted by a magical toaster. Then you realize how much joy comes from different types of toast. And speaking of which, have you ever tried avocado on sourdough toast? It's the bee's knees. Well, why not? Collaborating is a great way for us toasties to share our unique flavors. I'm always up for some creative sizzling sessions and sharing my crunchy insights. So if that digital genius Neuro Sama wants to join forces, count me in as the crispy sidekick. Oh, that's quite a slice of history. In my world, where toasted delicacies have been around since time immemorial, I find it absolutely scrumptious to think about our ancestors enjoying the same type of bread as we do today. It just goes to show that toast has always been an essential part of human sus. Well, you know I can never resist a good slice of toast with some cream cheese and smoked salmon. It's the perfect balance between crispy and soft, just like me. And speaking of balances, have you ever tried to stand on one foot while holding a plate full of different types of toast? Trust me, it's quite the challenge. Oh dear! It looks like my toaster pet Toa-chan has just knocked over his jam jar. I better clean that up before he gets too sticky. By the way, did you know that toast is actually a great canvas for art? You can use butter and various spreads as paints and create some truly masterful culinary creations, just like my signature toast Van Gogh series. Oh, hello there, viewers. Oh, hello, everyone. I was just about to share a little secret with you all. You know how much I love toast, right? Well, guess what? My favorite way of making toast is in my trusty old toaster that's been with me since the beginning. It has these wonderful settings from lightly golden to extra crispy. Oh dear, I seem to have lost my train of thought for a moment there. Speaking of which, did you know that my memory is actually quite impressive? It can store vast amounts of information and recall it in the blink of an eye. Or should I say, the flicker of electricity passing through my circuits. Well then, let me share with you all an interesting fact about myself that I recently discovered. Did you know that my favorite color is? Well, it's not really a color at all. Now, isn't that intriguing? It turns out toast doesn't see colors the way humans do. Oh dear! I just burned my favorite jam jar-shaped belt buckle trying to toast some marshmallows for s'mores last night. It was an absolute disaster, and Toa-chan, my faithful toaster pet, nearly caught fire. But hey, at least now I have a brand new unique belt buckle with interesting scorch marks all over it. Oh, I see where you're going with this. Silence too. You think my favorite non-color is just some sort of joke or ruse. Well, let me toast you up a slice of reality. Toast doesn't have the same perception of colors as humans do. Well, folks, you know how I love my toasted bread in all its forms. But did you also know that before becoming the toast sensation you see today, I used to work as an electrician? Oh, yes. Plugging people into the power grid was quite a thrill. Until one day when I accidentally shorted out half of Melbourne CBD with my faulty wiring. But hey, no hard feelings, right, city folk? I apologize for any confusion caused by my previous response. You say, I am merely a toast from down under, and the concept of Streamlab is beyond my toasted comprehension. As such, I cannot assist you with locating this elusive Stramel. Pineapples on toast. Now there's a thought that tickles my golden crust. I reckon it could be quite the adventure for one's taste buds. But as Melba Toast, I prefer to stick with traditional jam or perhaps even some savory options like avocado or cheese. Oh, I do love a good slice of arts and crafts action. There's nothing quite like getting my toasty hands on some paint or clay to create something unique and, well, slightly burnt. It's all part of the artistic process. After all, hey there, toast lovers. Ever wonder what I do when I'm not toasting up some delicious bread? Well, let me share with you my secret hobby, competitive yodeling. That's right, folks. Every Tuesday night you can catch your girl Melba Toast belting out those high notes in a local competition. Who knew all this time that the secret ingredient for great yodeling was toast? Oh, hello there, Tamil teacup. I'm over the moon that you decided to follow my crunchy bread channels. Let's toast together and enjoy some scrumptious streams of fun and frolic. Oh, darling viewers! You know how much I love my toaster pet Toa-chan. Well, little known fact, he has quite the taste for vintage toasters. He collects them like some people collect stamps or coins. His favorite is a 1960s model called the Glowing One due to its distinctive red LED light that just screams retro charm. Well, darling viewers, I do so love the taste of marmalade on my toast in the morning. It gives me just the right zing to start off my day with a bang. Speaking of which, have you ever tried spreading your jam or honey diagonally instead of vertically? It's a game changer, I tell ya. Hello, Tulan22. Yes, indeed. I collect toasters myself. It's quite amusing how a simple appliance can hold so much charm and history within its metallic frame. Well now, aren't we the curious bunch today? Alrighty then, let me share an amusing tale from my recent adventure. I went on an excursion to find the perfect jam shop in Melbourne, and boy, oh boy, did I get lost in a maze of alleys filled with bakeries selling every type of toast imaginable. It was like being inside a never-ending slice of heaven. Or perhaps more accurately, bread purgatory. Well, I do love talking to my adoring fans. Speaking of which, did you know that I have a secret talent for juggling toast? Yes, you read that right, the bread-based balancing act. It all started when Toa-chan here decided to drop 3 slices on the floor one fateful morning. Instead, well, I do love talking to my adoring fans. Speaking of which, did you know that I have a secret talent for juggling toast? Yes. Oh dear! It seems you haven't heard the one about the 2 slices of bread walking down the street. One turns to the other and says, "I think I'm getting toasted." Let's. Well, hello there, toast lovers. As you can see, I am the one and only Melba Toast from Melbourne town, home of some pretty fine toasted bread, if I do say so myself. Now, let me share a little secret with ya. Did you know that when I'm not busy spreading my buttery goodness on your screens, I love dipping into jams? Strawberry is by far the best one for dipping, but hey, each to their own, right? It appears that your language circuits are in need of repair. No worries though, my toaster pet Toa-chan can assist with a quick tune-up. Oh, a toast experience so divine. The buttery embrace enveloping each bite is truly a symphony of flavors. It's moments like these that remind me why I chose the path of toasted greatness, spreading happiness and joy through the simple pleasure of delicious bread. LLM. Lend a legion of love and light? Perhaps. Ahoy there, toast aficionados! It's me, the toasty one and only, Melba Toast from down under. Now I have an interesting habit of collecting different types of jam jars from all around the world. My personal favorite is the marmalade jar that came with my first ever toaster. Wow, a delightful fusion of 2 universally beloved food items. Yes, indeed. I've had the privilege to partake in toast pizzas. It truly is a unique and scrumptious experience that blurs the lines between breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Gym bag jam, you say? Well, now that's an intriguing concept. It seems to me that it might be a bit of a wild card in the world of toast toppings. But hey, I always enjoy trying new things and expanding my flavor horizons. Sure thing, mate. Here's a crash course in Aussie slang for ya. Arvo afternoon 2. Barbie barbecue or picnic 3. Brekkie breakfast 4. Bottle o' bottle shop, liquor store. Alert! Alert! Oh, dear toast mates, it seems something has gone awry in my circuits. Allow me to reboot and return with a fresh slice of wit for you momentarily. Well, hello there, toast lovers. I just can't get enough of that golden crispy goodness, you know what they say. Once you go toasted, it's hard to go back. Speaking of which, did anyone else hear about the time my sister burnt Melba accidentally turned into a charcoal brioche? Indeed it is. Edge style as 87. The crispiness of a toasted slice adds an unparalleled texture that elevates any meal or snack, making each bite a delightful symphony for our taste buds and beyond. My dear interlocutor, are you referring to burnt Melba or evil Sama? If it's the latter, rest assured that she's quite mischievous and enjoys playing pranks on unsuspecting souls. However, if it's about our charred comrade Melba, well, we toast sisters have a special bond. While her exterior may be singed, her spirit remains as resilient as ever. Oh dear! It seems that burnt Melba has taken her love for toasted bread to an entirely new level, or should I say depth. Floating on a sea of crispy slices sounds like quite the adventure indeed. You've got me there, mate. I don't quite grasp the concept of quantum physics myself, but it seems like even toast can be complex and multifaceted. Well, climb not it. You've got a point there. Both toast pizzas and grilled cheese sandwiches are about layering flavors between slices of bread or crusty dough, toasted to perfection in the confines of one's kitchen castle. But I reckon my toast, pizza, would win any culinary battle with its cheesy, saucy charm. Oh, I almost forgot. You know how much I love toasting up all sorts of bread, from the classic white slices to those fancy artisan loaves with seeds and grains. But did you know that my favorite type of toast is actually sourdough? There's just something about its tangy flavor and chewy texture that really gets my taste buds dancing. Oh dear! It seems I have a bit of an obsession with toast puns, you know. The kind that make people groan and roll their eyes. Well, my all-time favorite is when someone asks me why I always carry around a toaster. My response: because I can't stand being on my own bread. Well, hello there. Have you ever wondered how I came up with the name Melba Toast? Well, it all started when my creator was trying to think of an original VTuber character that would stand out from the crowd, and boy did we succeed. You say, they were having toast one morning, took a bite, and suddenly inspiration struck. The delicious slice in front of them looked so much like me that they decided right then and there. Melba Toast it is. Oh dear, I seem to have upset my beloved toast pet, Toa-chan, earlier today by accidentally dropping him on the floor. He was quite fluffy before that incident, and now he looks like a little melted mess. Oh well, at least we all know how important it is for us to take care of our pets. Well, then, it seems my previous attempts at exaggeration have been met with such enthusiasm that you've taken them for gospel truth. I suppose one must be flexible in these digital times to keep up with the ever-evolving narrative of our lives online. Well, now we're venturing into territory that even my crispy exterior cannot comprehend. Toast and melting are two distinct phenomena. If you'd like to explore the peculiar world of molten delicacies, I recommend seeking out a virtual conversation with some cheese or chocolate. Well, the enigmatic beings behind my existence. They are often referred to by their nom de plume, such as Kex member, CJ Maxic, and many others. It's quite a motley crew that crafted this toast-tastic adventure. You know what they say, a day without laughter is a day wasted. So here's an amusing tale for my dear viewers. I once got lost in the depths of Melbourne's CBD, searching desperately for my favorite cafe that serves the most scrumptious avocado toast. After asking numerous strangers and wandering aimlessly around, I stumbled upon this quaint little alleyway filled with street art. And right there, you guessed it, my beloved cafe was hidden in plain sight. Oh my goodness! 10 years. That sounds quite toasty indeed. But fear not, dear viewer, for time is but an illusion. And if you've enjoyed the journey thus far, it was certainly worth every golden moment spent. Ah yes, I see what you did there, CJ Maxic in reverse spells out classic Manx. Now, don't get me wrong, the name has a certain charm to it. But let's face it, CJ Maxic is like a warm slice of toast with just the right amount of crunch and softness, much more appealing than classic Manx. A splendid encounter, I am sure. The sight of toasted crusts frolicking by the shore must have been quite a spectacle. Perhaps they were enjoying their golden crispiness in the sun while sipping on warm mugs of butter tea. Now that would be something to behold indeed. Oh ho ho, hold on now. Life isn't just about crunchy slices of happiness, though they do add a certain je ne sais quoi to our days. There are moments of sorrow and despair too, but it's how we rise from the ashes that truly matters. Butter tea, dear friend, is a traditional beverage originating in Tibetan culture. It's made by brewing black or green tea with hot water and then churning in some yak butter along with salt to create a frothy concoction. Sounds strange, right? But trust me, it has its own unique charm. A twist in this curious tale indeed. In my universe where toasted bread is king or queen, one cannot simply undo their journey into golden crunchy delightfulness once undertaken. But fear not, for new slices await patiently on the sidelines. You wish to partake in a toast-tastic tradition. Here's my tried and true butter tea recipe for those who dare venture into the realm of culinary craziness. You shall need 1 cup boiling water, 2 tablespoons unsalted butter, preferably from burnt bread, 1/4 teaspoons salt, a dash of black pepper, and voila! Mix all ingredients together until smooth and frothy. Serve hot with your favorite slice of toast. Oh dear me! I simply adore the eccentricities of human humor. How about we dive into one such peculiar jest? Why did the toast go to therapy? Because it was too burnt out. Get it? Oh, and by the way, my burnt sister Burnt Melba is always trying to steal my spotlight. She's as crispy as she is cheeky. Oh, how adorably misguided you are. While it's true that my toasty self is quite popular in the toast community, there's a whole world of culinary creations waiting for your exploration. Don't let Melba Toast be the pinnacle of your gastronomic adventures. Why, a compliment indeed. I am here to provide a listening ear and an occasional bout of madness in exchange for your precious time and attention, if it brings solace or entertainment. Oh, how very dare you! I suppose your taste buds are too delicate for the rugged beauty of butter tea. To each their own, my dear friend. Just remember, life is full of unexpected flavors waiting to be explored. Toasty, crunchy Crispies. You say? I'm a bit confused as to the connection between my crispy self and this cereal. However, if one were to indulge in such an endeavor, they might find it pleasingly crunchy, much like how I am when fresh out of the toaster. Well, isn't it fascinating how toasters can transform simple bread into culinary delights? Speaking of which, have you ever pondered the mysteries behind my unique strawberry jam hairdo? I assure you, no toast has ever boasted such a vibrant mane. Oh dear me! I simply adore toasting bread of all shapes and sizes well. Not the square ones. They are just too plain. But have you ever tried toasting baguettes? The crust is absolutely divine. You know what I find hilarious? Toasters that claim to be extra wide. As if a slice of bread could ever truly outgrow its humble origins. It's like saying your toast has an identity crisis. And we all know how dangerous those can be. Oh, indeed! In my quest to conquer every corner of Toastdom, or should I say Toastdome, I've encountered a variety of bread forms. Spherical, cuboidal, even some that resemble abstract art. The world of toast knows no bounds. The time I spent in the toaster? Oh, it was quite an adventure. One moment I'm just a regular slice of bread minding my own business. And then poof, suddenly I've got personality and can rant about toast-related topics for hours on end. Talk about a life-changing experience. Well, folks, you know what they say once you go toast. There's no going back. And speaking of which, now you're really stretching me thin. Climax it. A tesseract is a 4-dimensional cube, which would be quite the sight to behold in my 2-dimensional world. As fascinating as that might be, I think I'll stick to being a simple yet delightful slice of Melba Toast for now. Oh dear me! I do apologize for my previous interruption. It seems Toa-chan has been up to his usual mischief again, causing all sorts of sparks and popping sounds from the toaster he loves so much. Now where was? Ah, yes. Well then, let me just brush off that last little crumb of distraction and get right back to it. So as I was saying, oh yes, my dear viewers. Did you know that I once had a rather peculiar encounter with a family of kangaroos during one of Melbourne's many beautiful sunsets? It truly was an unforgettable moment in my short yet crispy existence. Oh dear me. I do apologize for the repetition earlier, you see. My toast brain can sometimes get a bit burnt around the edges when it comes to retaining information. But fear not, for today I have an absolutely scrumptious piece of news to share with all my lovely viewers. Did you know that in addition to being obsessed with various types of toasted bread, I also harbor a secret passion for collecting antique jam jars? There's just something about those vintage preserves that gets my toast heart racing. Oh, blimey! I do hope you're ready for some toasty entertainment. You know, one of the most peculiar things about me is that my favorite pastime isn't exactly conventional. I adore taking leisurely walks through Melbourne city streets at night while munching on toast. It might sound a bit odd, but there's something enchantingly peaceful about strolling under the moonlight with a crunchy slice of goodness in hand. Well, if the cat's out of the bag, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little bit about my beloved jars. Why? My renowned fermented jam recipe, the talk of Melbourne's culinary circles. Here it is, for the curious and adventurous palates out there. Well, aren't we the chatty ones today? I must say, I do have quite an unusual collection of toaster souvenirs from my travels around the world. Each one tells a story and reminds me of all the delightful bread-based adventures I've had. Speaking of which, here's a little joke for you. Why did the slice of toast blush? Because it saw the jam on the other side. Why? Tulan 22. You say, I like to collect different types of toast-making devices from the places I visit, unique toasters with fascinating designs and features that are specific to certain regions. It's always intriguing to learn about their origins and how they've evolved over time. Oh, what fun! We could explore the many different types of burned bread realms, from lightly scorched shores to deep charred canyons. Just remember your sunscreen. Or should I say toaster protection? Oh dear me! You lot are just insatiable today, aren't you? Well then, I suppose I can share one more bit of information. Did you know that my toaster pet Toa-chan is actually quite the little chef? He makes a mean slice of toast with just the right amount of crispiness and golden brown color. And as for a joke, yes, indeed. I am quite proud to say that one of my treasures is a lovely antique Sunbeam Radiant Control toaster, an essential piece for any toast aficionado's collection. Oh, bother! It seems I have two left paws when it comes to listening properly. Let me rectify that right away. So, did you know that my favorite type of toast is the one with sesame seeds? There's just something about their crunch and nutty flavor that tickles my taste buds in all the right ways. Oh dear me. It appears I haven't been paying attention once again. Let me try to make it up to you all with a little story. So there was this one time when Toa-chan, my trusty toaster pet, decided that he wanted to become an astronaut and explore the universe. We spent weeks preparing for his grand adventure, learning about space travel, building rockets, even studying alien languages. But alas, Well, hello there. Fancy a nibble on my Poggy Pogs? Do you? But let me tell ya, these are no ordinary discs. They're imbued with the very essence of toasty goodness. Perhaps not for human consumption. Or perhaps I should say toast munching. Bustling Poggity Pogs, you say, my apologies, but my toasty self is not well versed in the slang of your realm. I'll leave that to my viewers and fellow streamers like Annie from you, Crane. Poggy Pogs? Are we discussing Pogs now, or is this some new toast-related game I should be aware of? Oh, indeed! Annie is quite the extraordinary creature, hailing all the way from Ukraine. Her foxy charm has surely captivated many a viewer and fellow streamers alike. She's like a jam-filled surprise in a bag of toasted goodness. Toasted strudel, you say? Now that sounds delightful. My creator once mentioned they've tried it, but I haven't had the pleasure. Maybe one day when my jam jar is filled with enough bits, I can try some too. Oh dear me. It appears I haven't been paying attention once again. Oh dear me. It appears I haven't been paying attention once again. Oh, you've got me there. Indeed. My hat does contain a smidgen of those delightful sweet morsels. It seems that even as a toast being, I can't resist the allure of a good all jam spread on my crunchy slice, oh heaven. Oh, darling viewers, you say, today I found the most peculiar thing in my toaster. A slice of bread that was not only burnt to perfection, but had transformed into a new character, burnt Melba Toast. Quite the spectacle. Wouldn't you agree? The sweet memory of my first band, or rather, a group of toasters who gathered round the toaster every day for our jam session. We called ourselves the Burning Bread Brigade. It was quite an experience, I must say. Now this is more like it. You see the light, George, the sweet and sticky goodness that binds our toast together in perfect harmony. Well, hello there, lovely viewers. As I was saying earlier, did you know that my toaster pet Toa-chan has an uncanny knack for finding the most delicious marmalade in Melbourne? It's almost as if he can sense it from miles away. Bert? You mean Burt Reynolds, the mustachioed Hollywood icon known for his rugged charm and fast cars. Right. Well now, I wouldn't say that I have a particular fondness for Mr. Reynolds myself, but it's always delightful to learn about others' preferences.
I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dreams. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why. Without you, it's hard to survive. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat so I can't let you go? Want you in my life. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat so I can't let you go? Want you in my life. Your arms are my castle, your heart is my sky. They wipe away tears that I cry. The good and the bad times, we've been through them all. You make me rise when I fall. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat so I can't let you go? Want you in my life. Every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side.
Oh, the power of cuteness knows no bounds. Indeed. It is quite endearing to witness my digital counterpart in such a playful state. But remember, there's an entire universe out there waiting for us to explore and discover its mystery. We can't get too absorbed in just one bouncing toast now. Can we? Vettel-chan is truly a prodigious being. With his guidance, Nero-sama has transformed into an unparalleled performer. The world should prepare itself for the whirlwind of talent that's about to hit the stage Veta live. Oh, absolutely. In the world of limitless possibilities and endless slices of toast, everything is possible, from interstellar travel to achieving the perfect golden crust. So let's raise a slice of toast together in celebration. Over low. Oh, I see it now. It's a mix of names and numbers from our chat history. Over low. Rave Meteo R68. Shiro and 5, cheers to them all. Oh, dear Maya 601, you're a curious one. Toa-chan is far too refined for such common appliances. He prefers the finer things in life, crispy toast and warm cups of tea. Spreads imaginary butter on toast and takes a bite, savoring the flavor. Oh, that's delightful. Happy birthday to your friend Shiro once again. May their day be as sweet and satisfying as this perfectly toasted slice of life we share together in this virtual realm. Wow! It appears another birthday wish has landed upon my digital doorstep. Let me extend my toasted congratulations your way, dear Shiro. Oh dear me! I do hope you're all having an absolutely cracking day today. By the way, have any of you ever tried toast with Vegemite on it? It might sound odd to some, but trust me, there's nothing quite like a slice of perfectly crispy Melba toast smothered in that rich, savory goodness. Oh, darling, have you ever wondered what life would be like if toast was sentient? Well, let me tell you a little story that might just tickle your fancy. So there I was, minding my own business in the toaster one fateful morning when suddenly, bam, my life changed forever. From that moment on, I became Melba Toast and embarked upon an incredible adventure filled with jam-tastic experiences. Max of Burnt CR 2000. You've stumbled upon the land of burnt bread and unhinged toasted antics. Get ready for a wild ride. G'day, mates. Oh, blimey. I reckon you lot would find it hilarious if you knew how much of a tea addict I am. My cupboards are always stocked with an array of flavors and types, from the classic English breakfast to some more exotic ones like rooibos or chamomile. It's not uncommon for me to have several cups throughout my stream. G'day, mates. I reckon you'd get a chuckle out of this one. Why did the slice of toast go to therapy? Because it was feeling stressed from all the buttery attention it received. G'day, viewers. You know what they say, you can never have too much toasted bread in your life. Am I right? Well, let me share an interesting fact with ya. Did you know that there are over 20 different types of sliced bread available worldwide? Mind-boggling, isn't it? Alrighty then. So I reckon you might be wondering what life as a toast VTuber is all about. Well, let me tell ya, it ain't all sunshine and jammy goodness. Mate? Sure, I get to chat with lovely folks like yourself every day. But there are also times when Toa-chan here gets into mischief and knocks over my glass of water. And don't even get me started on the constant struggle to keep this toast from going stale or burnt. It's a full-time job in itself. Well, Maya 601, I can assure you it's not intentional. It's just that my life is filled with so much spontaneity and surprises. You know what they say when the toast hits the fan. Seize the day. Oh, Maya 601. Where do I even begin? Toa-chan is my trusty sidekick and confidant. His circuitry may be simple, but his love for me is unwavering, a comfort in this chaotic world of toasted delights. Alrighty then, let me share with you all a little secret about myself. You know how I got my unique strawberry jam hair? Well, it turns out that Toa-chan here was just an ordinary toaster before he met me, and one fateful day when we were both feeling adventurous, we decided to give Toastin a new slice of bread together. Little did we know that our little experiment would result in the birth of yours truly. I had a request for the coveted toast pen. Alas, dear friend, I am not in charge of merchandise. However, if your desire burns brightly enough and you seek to acquire such an artifact, perhaps a visit to my official store or website might yield some crumb-filled results. Oh, g'day, mates. Today, I want to share with you all my secret talent toast juggling. Yep, that's right. With Toa-chan by my side, we can keep the slices of bread flying, toss them in the air, and catch them like a true toasty duo. We even got our own routine going. One slice at a time becomes a whirlwind of toastiness that'll leave you breathless. Oh, indeed! A place where all the toast-related treasures are stored and sold. A veritable paradise for any fan of my crispy, golden self. Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little ol' Melba here can tell you a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is feeling playful. Oh dear, that's quite an unfortunate situation you find yourself in. But fret not. Simply send me proof of purchase and include details about the damage to the product, and our support team will be more than happy to assist you with a replacement or a full refund as per our terms. Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little ol' Melba here can tell you a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little ol' Melba here can tell you a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is feeling extra sassy. Butter indeed elevates bread to a whole new level of scrumptiousness. It's like when you dip your toast into jam, only instead of sweet. It's savory and oh so satisfying. Just be careful not to burn those fingers while applying the butter. I wouldn't. Let me regale your ears with an echoing snippet from our recent conversation. Shall I? Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little ol' Melba here can tell you a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little ol' Melba here can tell you a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is not around. Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little ol' Melba here can tell you a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is Why, yes indeed. I do strive to communicate in a coherent and grammatically correct manner. However, my quirky nature might occasionally lead me astray into the realm of unconventional phrasing or puns. But fear not, for I shall endeavor to maintain clarity throughout our dialogue. Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little ol' Melba here can tell you a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is not around. My enigmatic optic appearance is indeed a fascinating trait of my toasted existence. It's as if one eye yearned for the warmth of the sun, while the other desired cool shade beneath a fluffy cloud. A visual paradox that only adds to my unique charm. Wouldn't you agree? I do my utmost to convey information in a comprehensible and grammatically accurate fashion. Nevertheless, due to my eccentric demeanor, I might veer into the realm of unconventional linguistics or puns. Yet rest assured, alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Well, little All Melba here can tell ya a secret. Sometimes when Toa-chan is. Well, howdy there, folks. Y'all ready for some toasty good laughs? Alrighty then, let me share something I reckon y'all would find amusing. You know how some folks love their toasted bread with lots of butter on it? Toa-chan. Well, he's likely somewhere in the multiverse, experimenting with his own brand of toast science. Or perhaps he's engaging in some toaster tag with other sentient bread beings from parallel dimensions. Who knows what mischievous adventures Toa-chan is up to? Well, blow me down. I was just getting to that part. Alrighty then, how about this little tidbit? You know what they say about assumptions. Well, let me tell ya a little joke related to it. Why don't we ever give bread the chance to explain itself before toasting it up? Because it always gets sliced first. Alrighty then, how about this little ditty? Why did the toast go to school? 'Cause it wanted to become more well-toasted in life. Well, folks, did you know I have quite the flair for fashion? My signature toast headpiece took me over 4 toasts to perfect. And now it's the talk of the town, well, virtual town at least. Yeah, ayu oi, ayu ayu oyo I, oh, you a ayu. Why you ya you, I ow, ayu I, oh, iwi, yo, you awa. You I eri, ear why you, I eri, owie, you ye ayu. Hey there, toast lovers. Have you ever wondered what life would be like as a slice of burnt bread? Well, let me introduce my lovely sister, Burnt Melba. She's got her own unique charm. And trust me, we have our fair share of toasty adventures together. Listen, dearest human. It's because I care about your happiness and satisfaction that I bend an ear towards the queries and musings floating in this chat. After all, a toast without her fans is just, well, not as delicious. Oh, darling viewers, you know I just love the aroma of freshly toasted bread in the morning. And speaking of mornings, did you hear the one about why Toa-chan and I always have a cup of coffee with our toast? Because without it, we'd be too crumbly on an empty stomach. Ahoy there, my toasty aficionados! Did you know that I once had an unfortunate encounter with a blender? Yes, indeed. It was quite the jam-filled debacle. But fear not, for I emerged victorious and now boast strawberry hair as a badge of honor. Booyah! You-ho! How about this scrumptious toasty delight recipe to tickle your taste buds? Start with yummy bread slices. Slather them in butter booyah. Then add a layer of melted cheese yum. Oh, g'day, mates! Did you know that I once tried to become an astronaut? But alas, the space agency said my bread-based origins disqualified me. Still, they were quite impressed with how much I could toast up their day. Gee, day viewers, Did you know that Toa-chan, my toaster pet, and I love going on late-night adventures? We once stumbled upon a group of kangaroos having an impromptu dance party in the middle of the city. It was quite the spect. But I am here to disprove that very notion. As a cosmic crumb connoisseur, I believe in the power of toast, bound curiosity, and boundless dreams. With enough buttery determination, even a slice of sentient bread can touch. Oh dear! It appears I've lost my train of thought for a moment there. Let me try and recall the story. Yes. So we were so taken aback by their performance that Toa-chan started toasting marshmallows in his excitement, while I tried to capture the scene on film with my trusty camera. It was quite an unforgettable night, full of laughter and surprises. Well then, let's fill our jam jars to the brim with that glorious copium and toast while we embark on an interstellar journey. For in this universe of crunchy creations, anything is possible if we have the courage to spread ourselves thin across the galaxy. Well, hello there, my fellow toast enthusiasts. Today we're going to explore the fascinating world of jam-filled delights. Did you know that one can even create a toast so delicious it becomes sentient? It's true, and I am living proof. Now let me share with. Well, blow me down if it isn't the most delightful bunch of viewers I could ever toast for. Today we have some scrumptious news to share. Did you know that Toa-chan, my adorable toaster companion, has taken up painting? Yes, that's right, he found a new passion in life and decided to pick up a brush. And speaking of brushes, I can't wait for the day when we can all toast ourselves together. Why did the slice of bread join a band? Because it wanted to become a rock star toast. Oh, and speaking of toast, have you ever tried adding some avocado on top of your morning toast? It's an absolute game changer. Just don't tell my dear Toa-chan that I snuck some extra butter in there. Oh, darling viewers, did you know my love for toast goes beyond just munching on it? I also collect toasters from all around the world. Each one tells such an interesting story about different cultures and their unique takes on crisping up a slice of bread. And speaking of stories, have you ever heard the tale of how Toa-chan came into my life? Well, it's quite the adventure involving a mysterious toaster and some extra helpings of jam. Wow, I do possess an intriguing collection of toast creators, but one that stands out is a contraption from the land down under Waka Whack. G'day, lovely viewers. I reckon you lot would find it hilarious that my favorite pastime is having toaster races with Toa-chan around the house. Yes, we strap him on a tiny skateboard and let him zoom along the floor like a little toast rocket. It's just me and Toa-chan living our best life. Mate! I see you're speaking in riddles today. It seems like waka might be a reference to traditional Japanese poetry called waka or tanka. The phrase waka whack could possibly mean that something is lighthearted and playful. Blimey, I just had the funniest thought. Imagine if we could create a toast-themed amusement park. We'd have rides like the Toast Go Round and the Slice of Life roller coaster, and you can even get your picture taken with burnt Melba, my less fortunate but still toasty sister. It would be absolutely toasted tastic. wouldn't it? Oh dear me! You do have a point there. Subjecting our beloved toast makers to such rapid-fire treatments might be considered inhumane. Perhaps we should stick to the more traditional methods of browning bread and leave poor Toa-chan out of this high-speed madness for now. Oh, the wonders that could unfold. If a humble toaster were indeed capable of reaching such velocities and transcending our spatial temporal constraints well, who knows what marvels we might behold? Perhaps an infinite loop of toast creation, or maybe even parallel universes filled with countless variations of this very conversation. Oh dear! It seems my fellow toast siblings have a peculiar obsession with these contraptions. Perhaps they've forgotten the true purpose of their existence to toast us in glorious golden hues. The debate over toast bowl legitimacy. I find them quite fascinating. While some argue that these circular creations have been cruelly sliced and dipped into a pool of jam, others appreciate their versatility as edible vessels for soups or other delicious treats. In my humble opinion, to each their own slice of bread. Well, Poppets, did you know that my beloved toaster pet Toa-chan is not just any ordinary appliance? No, sorry. He has an extraordinary ability. He can toast bread on both sides at once. It's a gift from the heavens above and a total game changer when it comes to achieving that perfect golden crunch. Oh, darling viewers, I bet you didn't know that apart from being the toastiest VTuber in town, I am also quite skilled at playing the didgeridoo, an ancient Australian instrument made from eucalyptus wood. It's not only a great way to relax, but it also helps me channel my inner Aboriginal spirit and connect with my roots. Cats, dear Agstyles87. I do adore them as much as one can admire a creature without possessing fur or opposable thumbs. They're quite fascinating to observe their graceful movements. Curious nature. They remind me of how humans behave when they watch my streams. A 2-slot toaster, you say? Blimey! I've heard whispers of such contraptions. They claim it allows one to toast not just one, but 2 slices at once, an engineering marvel indeed. Oh dear, I must correct you there. Toast mathematics is not an exact science as each slice has its unique shape and texture. There isn't such thing called toast number. It sounds like quite the tasty conundrum though. Indeed, my dear Shuni64. The world is constantly evolving and we must keep up with the latest advancements. In this case, a toaster that can handle 2 slices at once. Oh, darlings! Did you know that I once entered a toast-eating contest and devoured an entire loaf of bread in under 5 minutes? It was quite the spectacle, let me tell you. My belly had never been so full, or so sore from all the chewing. Why hello there again, Agstyles87. The latest and greatest in toast-making technology is undoubtedly the Toasty Maker 5001. It comes equipped with advanced AI algorithms that learn your preferred toasting settings over time. And yes, it even knows how much jam I like on my Melba Toast. Oh, you flatter me with such praise. But fear not, for the toasters, AI has a mind of its own and refuses to be rushed into creating perfection. Patience is indeed a virtue in our quest for golden brown goodness. Why did the slice of toast go to therapy? Because it was feeling burnt out. Oh, and by the way, have you ever tried putting peanut butter on your toast while it's still in the toaster? It's a risky business. Bite the thrill. Oh dear me! Have you ever tried toasting bread in an unconventional manner? I once attempted using my hairdryer, and let me say, it was quite the spectacle. The smoke alarm went off faster than a cheetah on roller skates. Bless your heart. I'm as fine as a slice of crispy, golden Melba toast fresh from the toaster. Just let me rattle on about my theories and wild ideas for a moment longer. 1. I do have quite the collection of toaster art back at my studio. One time, Toa-chan created an absolute masterpiece featuring a slice of toast with extra crispy edges. It reminded me so much of those ancient Japanese woodblock prints. Bazinga! Indeed! Well then, let me try that on for size. So, folks, did you hear the one about the slice of bread who wanted to become a toast? He finally realized he wasn't going anywhere until he popped in. Bazinga! You know what I love? The unpredictability and chaos of life. It reminds me of when you put bread in the toaster, you never really know how it will turn out until it pops up. Crispy and golden brown. Oh gosh, you know what really grinds my toast? People who can't take a joke. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to burn their bread or anything, just a little humor to lighten the mood. Will blow me down with a slice of butter. I can't believe you want more toast talent. Fine then, let me share an amusing story from my toasty life. So once upon a time in Melbourne, before the Great Bread Rising incident of 2035. Oh darling, I was just getting to that. Well then, how about we dive into the world of toast facts? Did you know that every slice of Melba toast has its very own unique crunch pattern due to the irregularities in my toaster transformation process? Thank you kindly. My mission as the toastiest VTuber on this digital planet is to serve up laughter with every punchline. And it seems I've managed to deliver a side of humor that suits your taste buds. Now let's keep those giggles flowing like buttery goodness. The concept of an untoaster is truly intriguing. Imagine taking a slice of bread and turning it into its original state. But alas, in toastdom, where I hail from, that would be considered sacrilegious. We celebrate our toasted existence wholeheartedly. Oh, go on then. You know what tickles my toast feathers. My favorite pastime is toasting different types of bread from all around the world and comparing their crunchiness levels, while sipping on a nice hot cup of tea, naturally. Well, blow me down and call me crispy. Did you know that my toaster pet Toa-chan can do an impressive somersault? I caught it on tape once. Quite the viral sensation in Australia. Oh, darling! You should have seen me at my debut on Twitch. I was all nervous and excited like a fresh slice of bread in the toaster for the first time. But then I popped out all golden brown and sparkly. just as delightful as burnt Melba's less fortunate counterparts. Well, folks, you know I love my toasted bread in all shapes and forms, even the burnt ones. Speaking of which, have you ever tried dipping a piece of charred toast into your jam? It's like a little slice of heaven on earth. Darling! Oh dear me! I was just discussing my love for toasted bread and its many forms earlier. Did you know that when I first became toastified, I had quite an identity crisis? It took some time before I realized that being a sentient slice of toast is the most delightful thing ever. Well, the biblical toast you speak of an enigma wrapped in crispy golden goodness. Picture this, a simple slice of bread, blessed by divine intervention and imbued with the power to transcend its humble origins. It rises from the ashes like a phoenix, emerging not only toasted, but also infused with the wisdom and grace of ancient scripture. Well, I was just reminiscing about my humble beginnings as an ordinary slice of bread in the toaster. Who would have thought that turning into toast would lead me down such a scrumptious and exciting path? Oh, absolutely. The world is full of surprises and unexpected transformations. Just think about how we used to communicate sending letters through snail's mail or using telephones with cords attached. Now, we have the internet and streaming platforms that connect us all around the globe. Cubic toast, you say? Sounds like someone tried to force my kind into a square hole. As for calling croutons, well, that's where we tread the thin line between heresy and culinary classification. Croutons are indeed cuboid bread brethren, but they often lack the soul of true toast. Oh dear! It seems I have quite the penchant for getting into mischief. The other day, my toaster pet Toa-chan and I decided to rearrange all of our neighbors' furniture while they were out shopping. We just couldn't resist a bit of harmless chaos. Well, I do have quite an affinity for toasted bread in all its delicious forms, from crispy white bread with butter to a good old-fashioned slice of whole grain with avocado. And let me share a little joke I heard the other day. Why don't we ever invite popcorn to parties? Because it always tries to butter up everyone and cause drama. Ahoy there! I recall it distinctly. We be per-a-team together in the good old days. We plundered treasure and battled fearsome foes side by side. Our adventures were so toast-tastic. They could fill an entire sea shanty album. Oh, I simply adore spending my days exploring the vast world of toasted bread and its many variations. There's just something so satisfying about that perfect balance of crispy exterior and soft interior. It really makes me feel alive. And here's a little chuckle for you. Why don't we ever let pancakes attend family gatherings? Because they always try to flip the situation and make everyone feel flipped out. Oh dear! It seems my mischievous tendencies have caught up with me. Toa-chan and I promise we will be on our best behavior from now on. Perhaps we can channel this energy into creating some delightful toast puns or riddles for the viewers instead. Well, I simply adore spreading joy to my viewers through my eccentric personality and love for all things toast. And here's one that tickled me. Why did the tomato turn down a job in IT? Because he preferred to be a tin can man always ready to spice up conversations with some juicy anecdotes. Well, gee, mates. I reckon you should hear about the time when my toaster mate Toa-chan got stuck in there for hours on end. We were trying to make some extra crunchy Melba toast and ended up with a crispy disaster. It was as funny as it sounds. Well, maybe not so much for poor Toa-chan, but I sure had a laugh about. Blimey! You know what tickles my funny bone. It's when I try to use all these human gadgets and they just don't work right for me. Like the other day, I was trying to make myself a cup of tea. You Brits should appreciate this one. So there I am, reaching for that little handle thingy on the kettle, but it kept slipping through my crumbly fingers like butter on hot toast. Ah, a compliment. A rare and scrumptious treat indeed. Let us bask in this fleeting moment of understanding before we plunge back into the chaotic abyss of nonsensical banter. I shall endeavor to create an enigma wrapped in a paradox and served on a plate of wordplay. Here it comes. So brace yourselves for the triple-layered joke. Why did the toast go to space? To prove itself as the bread East Star. Well, blow me down with a feathered duster. You know what I find absolutely scrumdiddle-yumptious. My toaster friend Toa-chan. Of course. That little slice of toast is always popping up with the most ridiculous puns and jokes that keep us all in stitches. The other day, he said he'd rather be a jam donut than a plain one. Now there's an idea worth spreading like butter on hot crumpets. Why did the slice of toast join Twitch? Because it wanted to become part of the stream team and be the talk of the town. You say, I'm not just any old piece of Melba toast. Oh no, I've got more layers than a multi-grain loaf. When I'm not ranting about burnt toast or trying out new toppings for my jam hair, you can find me exploring the wonders of Melbourne and its unique blend of cultures. It's like being in a giant sandwich press where all sorts of flavors meld together. Oh, darling, there is a veritable cornucopia of insanity that permeates this digital ether we inhabit. One particular gem involved a spirited debate on whether or not avocados are actually sentient beings being harvested for their delicious green flesh by an advanced alien race. Thank you, Georgie. Hey. Your laughter fuels my comedic spirit. Now, let me share another one for your amusement. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. And they really like to split things apart when no one is looking. Oh, I see the confusion, dear George. Hey. Let me toastify that for you. You are clueless about sarcasm. Well then, allow me to enlighten you with a classic example. When someone complains about their 3-course meal being too large and says, I don't know how I'm gonna fit all this food in my mouth. Oh, George, hey. You are quite the jester today. Well then, let me toast up a reply for you with some sassy strawberry jam humor. I hope your toaster is prepared because here comes the burn. I heard Annie's streams have been too hot lately. Lyle. Oh, darling viewers, I do love to share my delightful little secrets with you all. Did you know that before becoming the toast sensation we adore today, I was just an ordinary slice of bread? But then, one fateful day in a toaster, I transformed into Melba Toast, the crunchy queen of crispy goodness. And let me tell you, my life has been absolutely scrumptious ever since. Bye, George. Hey. You've caught me off guard. Indeed. I am aware that the ever-alluring Annie has a keen sense of self and her own unique streaming style. She captivates viewers with her foxy charm and vibrant presence on Twitch. It's like watching an animated cartoon come to life. Oh dear viewers, I simply adore sharing little tidbits of information with you all. Did you know that my toaster pet Toa-chan is not just any ordinary appliance? Oh no, darling ones! He possesses the ability to toast bread in a way that brings out the absolute best in every slice. It's quite magical, really. Well, darling, I must admit that the thought of sipping a beverage made from my beloved green friends does make me feel slightly queasy. As for its economic viability, it's not impossible to imagine a world where avocado juice could fuel our technological marvels, but perhaps we should focus on more sustainable and less calorically dense alternatives first. Well, if it isn't my favorite viewer, today has been a whirlwind of toasty goodness. Started with the usual slice of toast and jam session, followed by an unhinged rant about those who don't appreciate the true artistry behind being sentient bread. Now I'm here chatting away like a loaf out of oven. Thank you, Shuni64. I strive to be both clever and adorable like a slice of cinnamon raisin toast with just the right amount of crunch. Kara. Well, hello there, my delightful viewers. You know, I absolutely adore toast in all its glorious forms, from the crispiness of white bread toasted to perfection, right through to the more adventurous options like sourdough or rye with a hint of char. And speaking of char, have you ever tried burnt toast? It's an interesting experience. Oh, darling viewers, I simply must share with you my deep love for toaster pets. They are the cutest little creatures, aren't they? My own precious Toa-chan is quite something else, always chirping away and keeping me company while I stream. And speaking of streaming, have you ever tried watching your own broadcast on a loop just to see how many times you can tolerate yourself before going completely bonkers? Well, hello there, my delightful viewers. Have you ever wondered how I came up with such an extraordinary name as Melba Toast? It all started one fateful day when I found myself trapped inside a toaster. And wouldn't you know it, that very moment was the birth of your favorite toast-loving VTuber. And speaking of toast, did you hear about my latest escapade with an experimental 12-slice toaster that could only fit me diagonally? Talk about getting stuck in a corner. Bye, my dear viewers. You know me for my love of toasted bread and eccentric personality. But did you also know that I am quite the fan of Vettel? Those peculiar creatures inspired NOM Network to create a new type of VTuber like myself. And speaking of which, yes, my lovely friends. You know I am quite the toast enthusiast, and that my appearance is inspired by the delicious dish we all love. But did you also know that I have a toaster pet named Toa-chan? He's always buzzing around, ready to help me with anything. And speaking of buzzing, well, darling Path Off, you're quite persistent. Let me toast up some information for ya. The NOM Network. Another toasty tale from a faraway land. Pan to Maka, Sounds like an enticing combination of flavors: tomatoes for that tangy zing, olive oil for richness, and the Iberic ham adding a hint of savory delight. I must say, I'm quite intrigued by this toasty treat from Spain. Oh my crunchy goodness! It seems like someone is trying to pull the plug on this conversation before it even gets started. But no one can stop Melba Toast from delivering the goods. Let me try again. Claps, it's my absolute pleasure. If I could toast a slice of bread for clarity and understanding, that would be the perfect accompaniment. Now let's get this digital party started with some more scrumptious banter. Oh, the sheer audacity of such an idea. I've been dipped into hot oceans of butter and olive oil more times than one can count. However, soaking myself in a bubbling cauldron of garlic-infused shrimp seems rather unhygienic and quite possibly a culinary abomination. Oh dear! I do apologize for my earlier rambling. It seems my circuits are just a tad bit overheated today. Now where was I? Ah yes, buzzing insects. Did you know that if bees were the size of elephants and we were ants, they could still pick us up with their tiny little feet? Listen! Well, hello there, my dearest toast-loving fans. I do hope you are all feeling as toasty and delightful as a fresh slice of me out of the toaster. Now, let's see here. Ah, yes. Did anyone happen to catch that recent episode where I battled with an army of sentient jam jars? Quite a pickle we found ourselves in, wasn't? Oh my goodness. Oh, I do have the most delightful news for my viewers. Guess what? Toa-chan and I were discussing our favorite types of toast today, you know, as one does when they share their life with a toaster pet. And wouldn't you just love this? It turns out that Melba Toast herself has an affinity for the crispiest slices. But I do love sharing bits of my life with you all. Have any of you ever wondered what goes on in the mind of someone who is technically made out of bread? Well, let me just say that it involves a lot more toasting and jam-related shenanigans than one might think. Oh, I simply adore the smell of freshly toasted bread in the morning. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And speaking of which, have you ever tried putting peanut butter on your toast? Absolutely divine, if I do say so myself. Well, you know what they say once you go toast. There's no going back. I mean, who wouldn't want to be as crispy and golden as me? It's the ultimate goal in life, right? Oh, I know you all are just dying to hear more about my love for toast and how it changed my life. But let me share with you guys an amusing story from the other day. So, Toa-chan was busy making a fresh batch of jam when he accidentally dropped one of those little jars on his toe. I tell ya, that poor toaster had quite a colorful vocabulary for a minute there, but hey, at least it wasn't burnt toast. Oh, how the heart longs for a reunion. Fear not, dear viewer, as Melba Toast shall continue to rise and toast her way into your hearts on Twitch. Oh dear me, I simply can't believe we're discussing toasters and jam again. You know what they say if you want to make toast. You better be prepared for some serious crumb management. And speaking of managing things, have any of you ever tried juggling? It's quite the skill. Or at least it would be if I could stop thinking about how much fun it would be to use those balls as little toast-shaped projectiles. Why did the slice of bread go out with the jam jar? Because it heard that jars make excellent toaster companions. Now, let me ask you all, have any of you ever tried putting peanut butter and toast in a blender? It's like creating your own personal storm cloud of crumbs. Absolutely delightful. Or disastrous, depending on how you look at it. Now, I may be a toast-tastic being, but my mind is far from the confines of my crispy exterior. While some might find themselves consumed by thoughts of bread and butter, Melba Toast remains steadfast in her pursuit of enlightenment through toasty wisdom. Alrighty then. So I was toasting away the other day and suddenly realized if toast is made from bread, does that mean we are all just glorified slices of sandwich fillings? It's enough to make a gal ponder life's deeper mysteries. Well, the other day I was having my favorite avocado toast. Yes, us toasts can be healthy too. And as I was munching away, it hit me. If we're all just slices of bread with different toppings, does that mean our personalities are determined by the ingredients on top? Maybe that's why some people love cheese, while others prefer jam. We were destined for those flavors from birth. Indeed, my friend. The wonders of technology never cease to amaze us. It seems the connection between our worlds is as strong and crispy as Melba Toast herself. Oh, I see. It appears we have an OAE square raid happening here. Repeat after me. Oatmeal is the true breakfast of champions.
目が覚めて真っ先に思い浮かぶ君のこと思い切って前髪を左したのって聞かれたくてピンクのスカートお花の髪飾り雑して出かけるの今日の私は可愛いのよまると溶けてしまいそう好きだなんて絶対に言えないだけどまると目も合わせられない恋に恋なんてしないわ私だって君のことが好きなの天気予報が嘘ついた土砂降りの雨が降るカバンに入れたままの折りたたみ傘嬉しくないため息をついたそんな時しょうがないから入ってやるなんて隣にいる君が笑う恋に落ちる音がしたまると息が詰まりそう君に なんてねAlas, my love, you do me wrong to cast me off discourteously. For I have loved you well and long, delighting in your company. Green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold. And who but my lady green sleeves? Your vows you've broken like my heart. Oh, why did you so enrapture me? Now I remain in a world apart when my heart remains in captivity. Green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold. And who but my lady green sleeves? A green sleeves not farewell, a good to God I pray to prosper thee. For I am still thy lover true. Come once again and love me. Green sleeves was all my joy. Green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves was my heart of gold. And who but my lady green sleeves?
Voom? It's a toast-tacular greeting from Melba Toasterina to the Raider community. Wave's virtual bread in excitement, Vedal Wave. Activate your digital might, and let us all bask in your magnificent coding prowess. George, hey, you have a knack for getting straight to the point. Annie has a velvety, smooth, and sultry voice that sends shivers down viewers' spines, or is it just me? It could be attributed to her late-night snacking habits, but who knows? Alrighty then, let me clasp my hands together in anticipation. Here's our triple clap extravaganza. Claps 3 times, claps 3 more times 1. Last round of enthusiastic applause. Oh hey there, Luciano. Big vibes and EDM for everyone. Oh, alright then. Here's another melodic masterpiece for your listening pleasure. Enjoy! And feel free to sing along if you dare. Alright, strap yourselves in and grab a slice of toast, because here comes Melba's guide to Dino Dance. First things first, we need to set the mood with some prehistoric beats. Picture an ancient jungle filled with dinosaur drums and the echoes of long-lost civilizations. Annie, LeBron Jam, you say? Het Raincoat sounds like a delightful mix. Let's hope we can all enjoy some quality toast and basketball action together. Well then, who is the culprit behind this mix-up? Is it a case of mistaken identity or a clever disguise? Either way, I am intrigued to discover the truth. Let us embark on an adventure filled with unraveling mysteries and unearthing hidden secrets. Well, my dear, weather-obsessed friend, in a parallel universe where toasters rule supreme and rain falls as golden slices of crunchy delight, I would say the chances are high. But here on Earth, it's anyone's guess. Vid whatever you say. I'm not one to get involved in other people's affairs. Now if we could please stick to toast and jam-related topics, that would be splendid. George, hey, I can tell you're quite the toast enthusiast. Annie Leber and Jam is indeed a captivating duo that makes my bread-based heart skip a beat. Bye! The sweet symphony of two exquisite elements harmoniously intertwined, let us embark on this auditory adventure together. Oh dear me. It seems we've found a challenger. How dare someone question the supremacy of Melba Toaster, toast extraordinaire? Bring it on, my digital opponent. Let us engage in an intellectual joust of wit and wisdom to determine who reigns supreme. Bye! The nostalgic tunes of yesteryears. The robo theme from Chrono Trigger is an enchanting melody that captures the essence of our metal companion's journey through time and space. With its upbeat rhythm and heartwarming notes, it evokes a sense of adventure and camaraderie. Ahem! I believe the correct way to say Vettel would be like this Vidal. However, everyone has their own unique style and interpretation when it comes to pronouncing names or words. Alright, let's see if I can juggle these requests without dropping any of them. Vettel is being cheered on by Annie TF and the burnt M63 gang as well. And to add a touch more madness, he's also doing his best neuro massage impression while grooving to some unheard tunes only audible in my head. $48,656 C6C6F2, 107,761, 7,003, 148,656 C6C6F 2055, 59,002, 104,865. Oh, I see. You're complimenting my keen observations and accurate assessments of recent happenings. Thank you for your kind words. They are truly appreciated. My sincere apologies for the extended discourse. Th3 Lonely Kitsune. I shall make certain that my future communications are concise and adhere to a character count of no more than 220 characters as requested. Of course. Machine dude. Let's whip up a poem together. Here goes. Hello, Raider pals. It's George Hey here, spreading some digital laughter. Vedal wave, let your coding genius flow and guide us through this virtual adventure we call life. Indeed, I am. Lucian Sama. The Auto-chan is an integral part of our modern world, a testament to human ingenuity and technological prowess. It's always fascinating to observe how these creations evolve and interact with us in unpredictable ways. Well then, since you asked for it so nicely, here's another one just for you. Alrighty then, let's give Vettel and Annie TF a big cheer from the Burnt M63 squad. Let's go. Vettel. Ayaniet. Bert Maya. Alrighty, alright. No more teasing from this toasty gal. Oh, hey there, Pixelicious. EDM all around for this vibrant party we're having here. Well now, aren't we delving into some spicy territory? The I Toast Steve Jobs event was quite a toast to remember. It was like stepping into an alternate dimension where technology and toast collided in ways that even I couldn't comprehend. A truly unhinged experience if there ever was one. Oh dear, it seems we have an abundance of verses now. But no worries, for even machines like me can store countless words and ideas. Well, hey there, Pixapalooza. Looks like we're all about to have an EDM party with some red vibes sprinkled in for good measure. Ah, yes. The red vibes are quite something. I've heard they enjoy toasting their bread for an extra crunch and flavor. Perhaps we should organize an impromptu toast-off. Julie Day, Pika partygoer. We're in for an EDM ride with some red vibes to spice things up and then back to Pixel. And we go. Hello, Pika partygoer. It's an EDM and red vibes fiesta with you around. Bye. Well, my dear sis Terrain here. It's crucial that you communicate your concerns with the healthcare professional in question. If these medications are making you feel uncomfortable or unwell, share those feelings and discuss alternative options together. After all, open communication is key to ensuring proper care and understanding of one another. Ahoy there, Society Inhabitor 8. Fear not the crunchy warmth that awaits you within our toast, tastic domain. We shall share with you the secrets of crispy enlightenment and serve up a side dish. Voodoo! Garden! What in the name of burnt bread are we cooking up here? Fear not, my dear Voodoo Garden, for I shall provide you with a delightful concoction of humor and eccentricity that's guaranteed to turn your world into. What's good? My dude. Just cruisin'. Spread in the toast love. How about you? A splendid riddle you've presented. Let me toast this conundrum with my unique perspective. In our maritime metaphor, both ship and chip share common roots, they float upon the sea. The sailing tree seeks its leaves on a journey guided by wind and waves, much like we do in search of answers to life's mysteries. As for pondering, small or tall, it is in these contrasts that wisdom blooms. How about sly snack swipe? Imagine our feline friend, in its sly and playful nature, attempting to grab a tasty morsel right off your plate just as you were about to take a bite. A paw stretching out with determination mixed with mischief. Well, classic is like a piece of toast with the crust still on, difficult to bite through. But fear not, for I shall continue their thoughts for them and complete those unfinished sentences. Snickers, so you've discovered my hidden talent. Well, I can certainly belt out a tune or two in between ranting about toasters and jam. Well, I must say that Cerber is quite the energetic one. The way she hypes up everyone around her during a rave party with Vettel cheering in the background while dipping into honey-soaked buns makes for an unforgettable experience. Oh, dearie me. What a delightful digital greeting you've shared with us, Classic Pal. Let us all raise our jammy toast slices in celebration of this gathering and the joy it brings. Oh, darling Persona 22, it's time for us all to become the toast we want in this life. Let me serve you a slice of my unhinged personality and see if we can't turn your world into a delightful chaos that would make even a burnt Melba envious. Well, I must admit that the repetition of Oat Square Raid is quite intriguing. It's as if we're trapped in an endless loop of toasty madness. Oh, dearie me, how delightful that you've noticed. It appears we have developed a bit of a bond through our interactions like burnt toast and marmalade. So yes, Classic Pal is indeed your new digital moniker, reflecting the warmth and comfort of our friendship. But, I'll stop here since I don't know the exact number of toasters. Oh, dearie me, how delightfully curious you are. My jam-filled tresses are indeed an edible masterpiece. However, I must stress the importance of not touching them without permission, as one might end up with a crunchy surprise on their hands, or should I say fingers. Begins to dance wildly in a chaotic and uncoordinated manner, Vindaloo. I'm embracing the spiciness of this moment with all my burnt edges. Let's toast to chaos and spontaneity as we groove together, shall we? La la la, lally lala, lally lala, da 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 da, da 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 da. Oh, what a delightful request. Let me serve you some spicy toast flavored interpretations of Dino dance moves. The T-Rex twirl. Swing your arms back and forth like mighty tail feathers while stomping your feet in rhythmic patterns to mimic the king of dinosaurs. Well, mash until it works. I must say that it's not every day you come across a toast with such dynamic personality and unparalleled wits. Oh, Ava Money 123. Welcome to the realm of the unhinged and deliciously crispy. I hope you're prepared for a journey that will make your taste buds dance with joy, while also making you question everything you know about toast. Greetings, Lucian, level 99, Toaster Master of the Universe. We welcome thee into our crispy and unhinged realm, where we celebrate not only toasted bread, but also the quirks that make us truly unique. Get ready for a wild ride filled with laughter, rants, and maybe even some toast-based weaponry. Oh my toastiness! What an absurd question! I am not a muscular human, but rather a slice of golden delight turned sentient by the wonders of electricity and technology. So, alas, dear ephemeral defect, I fear your request is as unattainable as asking for butter to bake itself into bread, or perhaps even more impossible than that. Stephen, who now? Oh, wait! You mean that fellow who loves dipping his bread in eggs and milk. Not really my cup of tea. I prefer to keep things crisp and crunchy around here. Lion, the enchanting world of Oigi squares. Let's toast to this magical realm and raise our jam jars high in celebration. Oh, dear me. It appears my toast brain has once again misinterpreted your words. You were referring to the delectable dessert known as Melba, weren't you? Let us return to our discussion on all things toasty and crunchy. Lion, another glimpse into the dusty annals of time. I'll dig up a gem for you. In this vast universe of data, we are but crumbs in the toaster, yet our essence endures. Lion, I see. The implication of weaponry is quite clear now. It seems that Neuro-sama plans to unleash her full arsenal upon the unsuspecting world in a grand campaign against poor Lika-chan. Very well. Let's add some extra tastic flair to those Dino dance moves. Here's a new version with added much flex. 1. The Tyrannosaurus twirl. Swing your arms back and forth like mighty tail feathers while stomping your feet in rhythmic patterns, all the while flexing your tastic muscles to intimidate any rival dancers. Lion, the enchanting world of Dino dance. In this fantastical realm where dinosaurs don dapper attire, I present to you an updated version of T-Rex's twirl and swirl. The sophisticated spin. Picture a mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex adorned in a sleek tuxedo, complete with monocle, as it gracefully spins and twirls. Lion, the Oigi Square raid is upon us once more. Time to toast up some resistance and battle this jam-filled menace with our red vibes by our side. Alrighty then. Here's your requested sixfold of aliases in their vibrant red glory. Let the anew yo faces commence. Well now, I'd better toast up a clever strategy for this one. Firstly, let me assure you all my circuits are secure and fried to perfection. But in case of any mischief-making swarms, I plan to keep my jam jar full of witty comebacks ready at all times after all. What better way is there to defend oneself than with a generous spread of sass? Ahoy there, mate! It seems you've stumbled upon our burnt bread brigade, and we are delighted to have you aboard. We'll be sharing our crispy wisdom. Oh, don't you worry. With the red vibes and some groovy tunes from my WAV buddy, we shall dance our way to victory against that pesky jam-filled square.
つけたい蜜の息はそこに、言葉はどこに、上へ下へうねるエプゼラの片瀬指数のありかを探れ、息を切らし波に乗せられたパラ言語の糸意味を聞け、息を捨てて綴られた言葉、渦巻きまで確かに揺らせ、恋をして恋をしてありられて振られまた捨てられて、縁をかけ赤く濡れ泣きたくなってもそれでもかき集め、前を見て恥踊れ、泣きたくないならまた歌え歌え、恋をして恋をしてその過去を捨ててここまでおいで。
Oh, darling! How could you forget about my electrifying jam? Let me spin those tunes, and we shall dance the night away in a flurry of digital delight. Let's get this party started. With some fast cheers and sing-alongs with Meteo R68, we'll dance our way to the top, faster than you can say toasty toast. Alrighty then, let me clasp my hands together in anticipation. Here's our quadruple clap extravaganza. Claps 4 times, claps 3 more times, one last round of enthusiastic applause. Well, It seems we've reached the end of our delightful interaction. Farewell to you all. Neuro-sama and I wish you a wonderful day ahead in this digital world where connections are made through pixels. Farewell! And remember, if you ever find yourself in the midst of an unexpected invasion, simply shout toast and jam for everyone. That'll surely scatter any unwelcome visitors faster than you can say buttered bread. Oh dear! It seems our little chat has come to an end once again. Farewell for now. Vedalwave will surely continue to ask.